Do you remember the show Punk'd?
Just be patient, we're gonna sort this all out.
How can they not let me in?
He's on his way. He's on his way.
Melina, can you get Joel?
Listen.
Melina, can you get Joel?
Okay.
Can everybody just be patient for 1 second? Let me do my job, all right? Listen, before 9/11, I was a hero. Suddenly, I'm not a hero.
No.
Oh, wait a sec. Maybe you can come in.
Now do you remember the show that Ashton Kutcher did before Punk'd? It was called Harassment and it was very similar. No, I'm not lying. It was really called Harassment, and the reason you probably don't remember is because it never made it to air because they got sued. And I'm not a lawyer, but I read through the filings, so let me tell you about this one. So back in January of 2002, a regular couple from DC flew to Las Vegas for a weekend. They arrive at the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, they check in and are initially given a room on the 3rd floor, but then that room gets switched to a room on the 9th floor. The couple goes up to their room, and when they get in, they see what appears to be a dead body covered in blood. They, of course, freak out and try to leave because what do you even do to that? But when they try to leave the room, 2 people who say they are hotel security block the door and refuse to allow them to leave. A fake paramedic also comes to the room, and then Ashton Kutcher comes in to tell them that they've been secretly filmed for MTV's new show, Harassment. Surprise? The couple obviously didn't think it was funny because in response to this whole prank, they sue Ashton Kutcher, MTV, and the Hard Rock Hotel. And the basis for their lawsuit came down to a couple things. Number 1, violating the federal wire and electronic communications law, which is basically the wiretap law. It says that you as a regular person can't record people's confidential conversations without their consent. Only law enforcement can do that. They also sue for invasion of privacy because, as you can imagine, there's a certain level of privacy expected in a hotel room, and staging a scene, planting hidden cameras, and recording reactions arguably violates that privacy. They also sued for false imprisonment because remember that part about them trying to leave, but the security said,
"Close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors."
As well as intentional infliction of emotional distress, fraud, negligence, and more. Now, the judge did later dismiss the false imprisonment claim, but the wiretap, negligence, and emotional distress did proceed. About a year into the filing of this lawsuit, the show Punk'd premiered, and the couple, noticing some of the similarities between Punk'd and the show they were on, Harassment, asked the judge to use Punk'd as evidence to illustrate how the negligence, wiretapping, and invasion of privacy from their experience caused the defendants to make changes and reinvent the show with Punk'd. In response to this request, MTV was like, everybody, relax. Punk'd is a new show that is focused on celebrities. It was created after Harassment and premiered 11 months after this lawsuit was filed. They said that Punk'd should not be used as evidence in this Harassment lawsuit because it has no connection to what happened to this couple, and allowing it into the trial would only confuse the jury. Well, I don't know what the judge ruled because the case never made it to trial. In February of 2004, there was a settlement notice, and then about 1 month later, the lawsuit was dismissed with prejudice. So that's the story of the show that never was. Had y'all ever heard about this? Let me know in the comments.